What's up, everybody? Damon here, back with Geopolitics Watch. I got a quick video I want to do for you guys in the wake of a lot of political action here. First, I want to start off, of course, with Donald Trump. Between airstrikes in Syria, between meeting with President of China, Xi Jinping, between meeting with the leader of NATO. We've seen an about face of Donald Trump on very key foreign policy issues that personally I believe that we are witnessing a democratic, just like Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama. This is the foreign policy we're seeing with Donald Trump. During his campaign, he ran on not nation building, not stopping the wars that are going on constantly that lead to destruction all over the world. Stopping that. He also ran on making America first. We know. I'll acknowledge that he's done a lot in America, and he's done a lot to strengthen, to set the platform for making America stronger within its borders. But as far as making America stronger, foreign policy wise, I disagree. Now, we all know that he's the president. He has intelligence briefings, people who know way more information than we will ever know. He has more information than us, so we don't know exactly what he's basing his decisions on. But I can say that if I would have known that he was gonna drop bombs in Syria, could have voted for Hillary. If I would have known that he was gonna go soft on China, say China is not a currency manipulator, directly opposed to what he ran on, I could have voted for Hillary. Now, of course, we see the right-wing media, just like there's left-wing, there's right-wing media, of course, and they're just repeating the talking points, which is Donald Trump, he's doing the right thing, he's making America strong, and they just repeat over and over what Donald Trump is doing as far as domestic policy, which we can agree on. But as far as foreign policy, he's doing the complete opposite of what he said he would do. NATO, going back on his words there, saying that NATO was obsolete. No, he changes his mind now. NATO is not obsolete now. He's changing his mind so rapidly on very key issues, like overnight. He's changing his mind now. The issues that got him elected, the issues that his base elected him for, he's changing his mind overnight about now. This is upsetting. It's upsetting to see, but of course, when we look at the history of politics in America, this is the same exact thing that always happens. Like, it was a great campaign. Like they know how to run a campaign, get people's attention, and then when they get the power, when they get the position that they wanted so bad, they do the exact opposite of what they said they would do, ignoring the people and what the people want. Now, people that support Donald Trump, and I support Donald Trump, right? I do still currently, but people who voted for him do not agree with going to war in Syria. I mean, this is what Obama was trying to do. He was trying to go to war in Syria. He was trying to figure out how to go to war in Syria without going to war with Russia as well. Now, I felt that we were going to try and be on better terms with Russia, according to Donald Trump's campaign. But as we see, we're only getting on worse terms with Russia, according to Russia and according to U.S. counterpart. So everything foreign policy-wise that Donald Trump said he would do and make happen, he's completely changed. Now, this is very, very upsetting. I still support Donald Trump, but I mean, there can only be one more slip-up, one more complete flip-flop like this until I accept that he has been completely compromised. Right now, I don't accept it. I acknowledge that I don't accept it. But one more slip-up, one more about-face on a key issue, completely changing his mind, then I would have to say that he's completely compromised. Not only his policy standpoint, but when you see him in front of the camera, he's had two press conferences since bombs in Syria. Okay, and we can see his demeanor change. He's reading off the script. His face, he doesn't sound the energy. Everything is different about him now. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Not as much of a benefit of the doubt as right-wing mainstream media or right-wing, independent media, which is necessary to have. But, I'm not giving him that much of a benefit of the doubt. But I'm going to say, look, we don't know what he knows. We don't know what he's planning. We don't know what he's doing. This could be a genius move that he's pulling. We don't know yet. But one more slip, one more flip-flop, and I'm going to have to, I'm going to call out every wrong that I think Donald Trump's doing, regardless of whether I support him or not. But one more wrong and one more flip-flop, I'm going to say he's compromised. Him and his cabinet, they're compromised and they're globalists, because it seems like his foreign policy is globalist foreign policy. I thought he didn't like globalism. I thought he was against globalism. One more slip-up. He's already losing his base. It's not a mainstream media lie that he's losing his base. And he's not losing his base because of the mainstream media. He's losing his base because he's doing the exact opposite of what he said he would do. The people that are his base said, oh, he's going to do these things? We like this. We'll vote for him. And then he got to be the president and he started doing the opposite of now, when I say his foreign policy looks like a globalist foreign policy, we got to go back to 2011. Look at the Arab Spring. And look at the Middle Eastern leaders that were ousted and replaced from their nations. Now, these leaders were dictators and they did horrible atrocities, of course, whatever. But the pattern is the Middle Eastern nations that were ousted and those leaders that were ousted and replaced, those nations are now in shambles. That's one point. The next point is that the war in Syria began in 2011 with the Arab Spring. And all the other leaders were ousted from power, except President Assad. He was the only one who stayed because Russia was backing him up. See, the globalist plan is to get Assad out of power. The globalist plan was to take over the Middle East and get those leaders out of power, which they did only partially successfully because Assad is still in power. He's not losing his base because the mainstream media lies. They're not lying about that. They're telling the truth about it because it fits their narrative. Donald Trump is messing up. So this is my honest analysis on what's been happening, what's been transpiring. I'm gonna give you a very good, a long video full of a lot of information. We're gonna break this all down for you. Tune in, like and subscribe. Stay informed, people.